Perfect. 5:30, we will call a meeting to order. Start with our pledge of allegiance, please. Pledge allegiance.
The flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Alrighty. First thing, update to the agenda.
Yes, I would like to mention the fire station door yard tonight.
Okay, and we can do that under other business.
Yeah, no, that's fine. We do whenever you want.
Okay. Anything else under update of the agenda?
I got nothing.
Nothing, that's great. All right, move on to public comment. What we got there, Mike?
Bruce
Bruce
Webster.
Okay, Bruce. Okay. Give him a second.
Do you have any public comment?
Anything? No public comment? Anybody?
Going once, going twice.
Gone. Thank you very much. Right over there. All right. We get a report on our railroad depot roof repair.
Yes, the first one with the shingle is completed. The second one, I think he has scheduled, but it's not been done yet. He hasn't come in for the final payment on it, has he?
No,
I didn't think so. I haven't seen him up there, so that one is scheduled for the replacement of the membrane roof.
And he started it, Mike?
Yeah, I don't know if he started on membrane roof yet. He did the shingle.
Oh, he did. I haven't
The
even
shingle
known.
roof was done. It was done. You guys approved it at the last meeting, and it was done that Saturday. So, because he did it because that was the one that was going to interfere with the bank and everything.
I believe that he did tell me the replacement of the membrane, he was gonna start probably in June. I think that's what he said.
I can't remember what he never gave me a timeline. He said, "Oh yeah, I'll start on that," but then I never got a real date.
Is that just
That's
on
what he
the
said.
bad part, or is that the whole roof?
No, it's
Just that part?
flat section that's up there. That's the membrane roof.
Oh,
Yeah, on this one.
up in that. Okay. I was gonna say, why would they be tearing all that?
No, he
Okay.
repaired the shingles and replaced what was missing.
Perfect.
And so that's all taken care of.
Good. All right. Perfect. And while we're at that, Mike, the town hall painting update.
So the town hall painting will be starting June 15th and should last 2 to 3 weeks. So that is moving right along.
Oh, that's pretty quick for this building.
Yeah. Well, it's him, and it's actually, I think it's all of his kids that are working with him. And because they're all in, college or just out of college. And he goes, "Oh, they come work with me all summer." So,
Will that repair all the windows and everything? Window sills?
we're gonna hope so. Well, yes, he's supposed to repair all of it, but let's hope it repairs our one leak that been dealing with for umpteen years. And actually, it's not really painting, but I will go ahead while we're on the town hall. We do have a roof leak here still that we have not been able to get corrected. Bruce has been working on it. Kavika was over here and worked on it, and it's something around some vent that we have up there. And I believe my next step is we're going to call somebody in to see if we can get rid of that vent, because Bruce says it doesn't actually go anywhere, but I also don't want one that, if that's the ventilation for the attic, that all of a sudden then we buckle the roof or something, because the heat builds up underneath it. There's no vent for it to get out. And so whether we have to replace it, fix it, whatever, but there's going to be some kind of a fix up.
But at least constantly, or is it just the wind, you think?
No, it was leaking when I was up in the third floor last night, and I'm sure today. I mean, everything's covered upstairs. The floor is covered in plastic, and we have buckets and everything. But we've been battling that up there for I don't know how long, at least 2 to 3 years. It comes and goes. Well, it's kind of coming and not going.
Right.
So, when it comes to budget time this year, I'm probably going to have us start putting money aside for, roof replacement up there, because I don't know what that's going to cost, but I imagine it's something we probably need to start looking at for a couple of years. The shingles on the roof are all metal, and they have a lifetime warranty basically. But the membrane roof. I don't know when that was replaced last.
Have we spoken to the painters, Mike, anything about that leak over that Pasumsic? That's
He's gonna, when he gets here,
look at it.
I would be willing to bet you 90% that it's that window over there that's causing the issue. But until somebody can get up there with a lift and really go around that window, they're not going to find it.
Okay.
Because we were on the third floor, Bruce and I, because I was up there working on the antennas and stuff between the buildings, and we looked up there, and there's literally there's no water up on the third floor. There's nothing on the walls. There's nothing around the floor. There's nothing there. So we know it's not coming from up there. So
Be that window. It's gotta be
that's kind of got to be the culprit.
All righty. Any more questions on the hall painting update? Anything? Everybody all set? If so, we'll move on to the underground storage tank update.
So I have got the consultant on contract now. That's because we have to hire a special person to come in and certify what they'll cut the tank, they'll clean the tank, they'll drain the tank, all of that good stuff. So we actually signed a contract with him. I'm just waiting for a date. I met with Dylan Orpizzo last night, and we went over it. And so he's going to do the excavating work because we need an excavator for that. And I think if everything goes okay, now don't hold me to this because I don't know what the disposal cost of what's in that tank. If it turns out that it's just gasoline and we don't have any ground contamination, we should be easily underneath our $10,000 budget that we set for that this year. The caveat of that is I don't know what it will cost I don't know how much is in that tank. If it's water and gasoline mix, I don't know how you get rid of that and how much it's going to cost, but we're responsible to do that. So,
Is there gonna be?
How I get rid of gas?
I know
Yeah,
that's
so am I.
If it's been, hopefully if that's all it is, maybe we can just, is there gonna be inspectors up there when this is being done?
yes.
Okay.
That's the company we had to hire has to come in.
Take care of that,
And
hopefully.
their bid came in at only $3,500. So, and that does not include testing, and we'll see if it's any bigger of an issue, but
Tim,
I'm hoping it's not.
yeah, that was,
Right now it's looking good. So keep your fingers crossed. But that should happen within the month.
okay,
I put in a thing with DigSafe as well, so that we're ready to go when they give me a timeline.
okay. All right, let's move on down to the MERP updates, please.
So the storm windows, as you can see when you go to my office, have been delivered. And then so we've paid our deposit with the heating and air conditioning guy. That's all in process. Equipment has been ordered. And I've been working with Drew, who's our electrician that works on the town hall. He's actually working on the bids for the lighting in the library and rec room. We actually have way more in this building that needs upgraded than I thought we did. But that's all under the MERP grant, so that's all paid for. The last of our MERP grant, which I was hoping to use for a different project, may be going to upgrading the electrical service in this building. Because when Drew was here yesterday, he evaluated our panels, what we have capable, and what it's going to take for all these heating pumps.
They must,
As far as amperage.
those panels gotta be getting full.
Well, we have 3 separate services in this building, and so it's kind of spread out. And so I put him in contact with the heating and air conditioning guy today to see where each of the units that they're proposing is going to be. Is it split out between all the panels and it's fine, or is it primarily going to go onto the main panel in the basement, which will need upgraded if that's the case? So he goes, "That's going to be expensive." I'm like, "Yep, I know, but the MERP grant will pay for that." So we will, I would prefer to get that done over anything else. I think that's the most important project that we're working on.
We still working on this building first?
Yes.
So that-
First, and then they'll go to the depot, and then they'll go to the garage.
Okay.
This building is the most involved.
Yeah.
Depot building actually, compared to this one, is way, way easier. Because they can go through the attic over there. And so for the second floor, that one is so easy and straightforward, and the bank is too, because it's already got ductwork. So they're adding a mini split to the entryway over there where the ATM is. So it's not like 8 million degrees in there anymore. And doing the sheriff's department. So, but that one they said is fairly easy. So that whole project is moving along. I'm going to be submitting. I talked to Carter Finnegan at NVDA today to make sure that how they wanted us to submit our invoices to them to the state to get reimbursed. You know, do we have to hold everything till the end, or do I, as we pay out, because it's a considerable amount of money, do we submit for reimbursement? And she said we should submit monthly all of our invoices. So because we just paid $200,000 out to the heating and air conditioning guy for his deposits for all 3 buildings. So that's what we'll be doing. I'll be submitting that for reimbursement next week. So that's my MERP.
All right. Any questions? Any more questions on the MERP updates? Everybody all set? Moving on to park project updates.
So the park project, I signed a revised agreement with the engineers for them to rebid the project. And so we are just waiting for them to do the minor tweaks to get the plans ready to go out to bid. So we should get that in the next week or so. I heard from them yesterday.
Right.
Yeah, moving right along.
That's the way to do it. Okay, broadband updates.
So this was just kind of a quick because I'm your representative on the board, and Teresa and I both got the email as well. I posted it to our Facebook page.
I did see it on Facebook too, yeah.
These are the areas that are going to be opening probably sometime mid to late summer. And what I do want to say is, because we did get a question to the Facebook page was, so if I'm not on that road, I'm not getting broadband. That is not the case. These are just the first addresses that are going to be served are in these blocks. And a lot of that has to do with the funding that pays for all of this infrastructure being put in. They all have different timelines and different requirements based upon what you have available or don't have available. And you have a copy of that, Billy?
Yeah. The red line is the new the service line, Mike?
No, that's that red line is
I-91.
That's I know. I can't see with my glasses. Right, I'm looking for
those little blobby blue spots. That's
okay. Oh, I see it. Yeah, I see it there now. Boy, I need
That'll be why they were pulling cable all week.
it is.
Yeah.
It is because they actually are.
And this service is going to start this fall.
It'll actually probably start even a little earlier than that. They said third quarter. So
Do they have any idea how many customers, just for giggles?
No. I mean, it's
I don't know.
how many people
Just sign up. I mean, no, I just wondering how many they're supposed to reach out to.
Although as each section opens,
Mhm.
they'll go put door hangers on people's doors, and if you're interested to get, right away, go on their website now and sign up, and you'll be the first one to be notified as soon as it's available on your street.
Nice.
So, I know this cabinet hasn't been lit yet, but it's in process. They're doing all the work on that. So that was just an update on that.
Thank you. Procurement policy updates.
So I attended a session at the Town Managers Association meeting last week, and they were trying to get all the towns to make sure we're ready for whatever the next FEMA flood damages might be. One of the big things was our procurement policies to make sure they were compliant with FEMA and that they were correct and we could actually implement them. Because the policy, what I've discovered in doing the MERP stuff is our procurement policy was stupendously restrictive and incredibly hard to follow, the way it was written. And so I went back and just pulled the LCT as a model policy for all of the towns to use, which meets all of the federal guidelines, meets our current guidelines, and kind of clears us of that. The way that our current policy was written, we had to obtain 2 bids for anything we purchased over $10,000, which in the Northeast Kingdom is not always an easy thing to do. Because it wasn't we had to seek it; we had to obtain 2 bids. And so I wanted to get that language cleared up because we don't want to be held hostage to the fact that there's nobody here. I remember when we went to go and do the locking system in this building, the security cameras, we spent months trying to get 1 bid, let alone 2. So I kind of took that out. And the way this relates to FEMA is, so if that's what our FEMA guideline, if that's what our procurement policy states, even though FEMA doesn't require that, if our policy states it, we have to meet that. And if we don't, they don't reimburse us. So I want to make sure that we're set if there's anything in the future, because we did not, I mean, that we didn't have that procurement policy when we had the floods in 24, so they could not hold us to that. That procurement policy was done in the beginning of 25. And it was way more restrictive than what we used to have, because our procurement policy for years was very simple. It was basically two sentences that, we were going to seek multiple bids when appropriate. And that doesn't quite meet FEMA's guidelines or the federal guidelines any longer. So we do have to have a better policy than that, but it does not have to be more restrictive than FEMA, which is what I switched us to. So the current policy, and Heather brought up, that VLCT's model policy online has a $10,000 and $250,000 limits in them. But FEMA, or actually the feds, changed that in October last year, and VLCT's policy was written in April. So
Everything else lined up letter to letter. And I was like,
yes,
wait a minute, did we make a typo? If not, where did that come from?
yes, no, and I believe it was October 15th or something like that of last year. The federal government changed it because, $10,000 doesn't go very far nowadays in any of this kind of stuff. And so the way that the new policy works is any of the department heads, any of us that are buying stuff for the town, we have the authority, if it's in the budget, so we can spend $15,000 purchasing items. We don't have to seek bids, go out, so long as we think that the cost is reasonable and can show that it was reasonable. We're not buying $10,000 toilets, but that we're doing our due diligence to make sure we're getting the best price, but we don't have to go out for seeking additional bids. Okay. From 15,000 up to 350, I have to approve it. I can approve that so long as it's in the budget, because if it's in the budget, you guys and the voters have already approved that expenditure. So I can approve it. We don't have to have special meetings to buy pieces of equipment and stuff that you guys have already approved. It's a little like the MERP stuff. We're probably going to be over $15,000 in electrical work. Well, I don't have to call a special meeting for you guys to approve that, because it is in the budget. The MERP stuff was in the budget to begin with. So it could just be approved. So it just kind of makes more efficient. If it's over 350, or if it's not in the budget, it has to come back to the select board.
Right. That's come back to the voters, correct?
Well, no, I mean,
No, they vote you to
you can make those
represent them.
decisions.
You can
I mean, like,
do that.
it's not in the budget. I mean, if we have emergency purchases that have to be made, there's just, I can't authorize above a certain dollar amount if it's not in the budget.
when we have to go to bond, that we have to do
Right.
specific orders.
That's the only time that you have to
Right.
bond. Okay.
Yeah.
So if we budget, so say we're buying a huge piece of equipment, like a plow, like a fire truck.
Right.
We've set the money aside for multiple years.
Yes.
So it's not directly in the budget, but it's been indirectly in the budget across multiple years. How does that fall in?
I would say that I don't know that would qualify as being in the budget. I think
That's
that
what
would
I was
be-
thinking. I'm like,
I
I just want to make sure that we know.
I would think that would be a select
Hmm.
decision, because you're moving money out of a reserve fund. I would not say that's, because that's still not a budget item. I mean,
Right.
so when we do the budget, though, we do show that in the budget.
Mhm.
So when we're going to buy a truck, I typically do put that in the budget, and then I'll show, okay, it's coming out of reserves. Here's how we're paying for it. So it doesn't impact the tax rate, because we already had the money set aside.
Right. It's just set it aside.
And that usually happens quite a bit ahead of time when we're doing something.
Yes.
of that
I mean, we
magnitude.
know we're going to be ordering a new truck next
Yeah.
year, probably.
Right.
And so, but that won't be in the budget until the following year, because it's 2-year order time. So we don't actually put in the budget till you're gonna have the expenditure.
Right. That was the only items, I'm like, it's not really in the it has been in the budget, but it's not directly in the budget.
Right. Now,
So,
that would not be considered a budgeted item.
yep. Okay.
When we say we're gonna buy it, then it becomes. a
Then it
budgeted
becomes,
item.
yeah.
But, no. It's like, see, I put the MERP stuff in the budget this year. It's in there, and then it shows the grant taken. So it did not impact the tax rate, because it's not money that's actually coming down in the current year's taxes.
Anybody got any more questions? On this procurement policy? If not, I'm looking for a motion to adopt revised policy.
Make a motion that we adopt the advised policy.
Second?
Specifically the procurement policy.
Yeah, good.
Okay.
You can't, you gotta tell everybody what it is.
I thought you had a copy of that, but okay.
Okay, you'll have to read it because I didn't bring my read glasses ever.
I'll make a motion to approve and adopt the revised Town of Brighton procurement policy as written.
I need a second.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. It's passed. So be it. Motion's been passed. All in
Got
favor?
the Official one.
Yeah, all in favor? We did that? All right, we're good to go then. All right. So all right, let's move on to overweight permits, Teresa. Anything? Guys,
Need a motion.
we need a motion. Is there anything? I didn't know if we had that.
Yeah, you do.
Oh, we do. Okay.
Last page,
You have to sign
you
it.
sign the one that says select
Chair.
board chair.
We had to do some more signing.
Oh, you always have to sign.
All
You
right.
know that?
Just one.
Can I still get a stamp?
We don't.
Billy's
You
gotta
need to
sign
sign it right there.
Oh,
Thank you. Make a motion for the select board chair to sign the permits.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Only 3 this week though, Mike.
Okay.
Only 3.
Only 3 today?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's good.
And while I'm signing this, no, really want to start the orders they may.
Sorry, Heather. One go this way, one go the other way.
We did not get the union contract back yet for signings. Will. Might be in your next. Might be in your next,
meeting.
which just a reminder, I will not be at, so I'll make sure.
Wait, we have
Ready.
till June, you
Yeah,
said?
Jan to June.
And
so
June to
there's no
do that, so, okay,
Thank you.
thank you.
I take it that's a name change?
What is?
Video. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm like, who the heck is that?
Just be consolidated. Before that, it was
Fair point.
Fairpoint. Before that, it was.
I'm not gonna age myself that far back.
I think if you go back, I think it was originally Verizon.
I think it was.
Yep.
So we all done with our contract for the fuel
Should be up the end of.
this month?
Unfortunately.
Yep.
Yeah, that's
It's like, can we just renew that one again?
look at this. That was we got a hell of a price on that. That was good.
Yep. So then they usually start, what is it? July, August, somewhere around in
It's the
there.
in between
Spend
now
it
that I'm
out.
concerned about. That's gonna be,
Yeah.
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 Okay.
I have to actually, for the wastewater treatment plant, I have to get a contract now for propane. So see how bad that is, because we have to get the propane tank set for the new plant.
Yep. I see they got a warning out for our water, for,
Yes, yes, actually, that was the idea. I forgot, I should have added that as an update. They are draining the reservoir as we speak. Should be drained by this weekend, so we'll be down to operating just on the north plant, north reservoir. That's why. I mean, it's not like we're out of water or anything.
No, but
the
it-
fact that,
see, they put a notice up.
we're used to having double what we need, so.
Right.
we can
It
look-
does not mean the water is unsafe. It just means that we are asking people to conserve, which means maybe use a little less. So maybe not wash the car, maybe not pressure wash your driveway, water the garden, I don't think anybody's got a garden out right now. I think if you get a garden out right now, you're taking a chance because it was snowing the other day.
Hey, we are planting the trees along the ball field tomorrow too.
I was gonna ask that too.
Yep, they picked them up yesterday and they'll be planted tomorrow.
Bigger paper clips. I'll order them for you special.
I have some. I just didn't want to.
I'll get you a big one that's like this big.
I have the
The clippies. probably.
clippies. Yep. I said, oh, this will work.
Yeah, but you didn't know it doesn't.
No, I didn't complain. I just said it flew off and almost, good thing I didn't have any more pressure on it.
Good thing I have my glasses on.
What did I get that invoice? It's nice and big font.
How many trees are
Oh,
you,
that's all the ones that Nick took photos of on his camera.
Yeah, at just the right angle that the end of it is much larger. I'm like, I can read these.
Oh, we did get another update day. We got our Better Roads grant, and I don't remember what the project was. It's on Head of the Pond Road that we're gonna be doing, and we got $20,000 grant for that. We just got the approval letter today.
how many trees did you get for the ballpark?
30.
94. 92. Well, what Pleasant Street?
All the way around it.
Mhm.
We're lucky we have a road member that used to do
Yeah, we
services.
talked about it.
He's gonna make sure they're planted well.
Yeah, and that's right up his alley. Good.
Yeah, he was kind of excited about it.
That's really,
Trees. I'm like, oh, I found something he's gonna like.
yeah, good.
Perfect.
Awesome.
Hey,
He used to have a tree business.
that's kind of cool.
He's an arborist by trade.
Yeah.
Before he decided to become a.
Really, that's
Or
kind of
man.
cool.
Like,
That's really cool.
That one,
I
yeah.
mean, technically you don't have to. Only need two signatures.
See too, but what was the date of the previous? Do you remember?
I'm going to
The
get
tree's
them.
already up there, Mike?
No, they just picked him up yesterday.
Where, they down at the,
There should be the garage. Yeah.
What?
15th.
Oh, good lord.
Well,
you
they'll
really
be
think I
probably,
remember
they're
that
probably in the
date.
truck still. I bet they
Right?
take them out of the truck because they.
Like I do remember.
That's a lot of
Stay down
trees.
and look at it.
What's that?
I ain't gonna be able to read them anyway.
Well, there might be one in there that's legible. Because there was one that had a size 52 font.
hey, let's move it up to the approval of the minutes of previous meeting.
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes of the meeting for April 15th.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Pass. Okay, thank you. No executive sessions? Nobody? Nothing? I'm all set. Anybody else? No? Moving on, other business?
Okay,
Bill?
the fire station yard, have we got anything done about getting it repaired?
I tell you, I've been down there and I don't see anything except from our normal maintenance that needs to be done down there. I mean, we put some dirt on that every year. There's nothing harmed down there. I mean, I was fire station last weekend all day.
Yeah.
I went down and treated for ants.
I didn't see anything particular that stuck out as being damaged. So where is the damage?
I mean, that's just it. I mean, if somebody's saying there's damage, I need
Yeah.
something that shows me that
I've
it's
asked,
different than what we have every spring.
The only thing I've seen is it should be raked over and cleaned up a little bit. That's
But
mainly,
we do that ourselves every year. That's not something that was done by the sleds. That's done by our trucks. That's done by the fire trucks. That's done by all the cars driving in there. We do have to deal with that every year. It's no different than our dirt roads. So,
I've asked,
hold a Nick to put it on his schedule.
I've asked Rick to write me a letter about it. I guess he and Bruce complaining that just there's so much sand there, because where they sand it through the year, because that is supposed to be, I guess,
So
they've been using stay mat there. And I guess Rick was supposed to talk to one of his firemen there, DNH, to see about what it might cost him to get a load of stay mat in there so they can remove the sand. Again, if they do that, it's gonna take,
Well, our road crew will take care of that. We're not
And-
hiring that out.
and the sand.
Unless the fire department's gonna pay for it themselves.
So hold on, because without them here, it's really hard for me to understand. The issue is that there was too much sand used. So there's too much sand there.
They're bringing, I guess what's going on, this is what I heard from Rick and from Bruce, is when the trucks are in and out of it, it brings a lot of sand inside the buildings and because of the winter sanding. But what I was told, and I asked him to write me a letter. So I got some,
He needs to come to.
Something.
He comes, yeah.
but anyways,
He should give me a call. 'Cause I haven't heard a word
The
from him.
other thing that I want to just say is that I know there were multiple times this winter where the road crew sanded the parking lot, and then I got approached and told that they didn't sand it enough. So they went down and put down more sand, following the direction of the people who asked for more sand. So if you're asking for more sand, there's going to be more sand.
right, I understand.
Yeah.
So you can't have it both ways. You can't be asking for more sand and then complaining about the sand. And yes, if there's sand and it's particularly icy winter, it's going to involve maintenance and upkeep of the garage floor, and you're going to have to sweep that out. I can't tell you how much extra sand is on my front lawn just because it was so icy this winter that I had to put sand down. So please have him come to the meeting. Please have him come with what he's looking for and we can approach it.
And again, in that contract that we did have with,
Oh, they're only responsible for any damage they did.
no, but they were also supposed to help take care of the sanding of the,
And they did.
who did it? Who'd you say they're doing that?
They had a couple of the club members sanding throughout the winter. They also, I believe there were other ways that they were doing it too. I'd have to go back.
I
don't know. I only heard complaining about it at the beginning of this.
Yeah.
It was very icy. After that, I didn't hear any more complaints.
Okay, again, I guess we're gonna have them come because I didn't see any of the members there doing that. I know for a fact that the water department had to do it several times. So again, we'll have to get him to come to the meeting, I guess, and discuss it.
The thing is, Rick can call me. I haven't heard a word from Rick. For him to go to you guys and complain to you about, well, there's too much sand at the parking lot. I've got his department is calling me to complain about the ants in the fire station.
Yeah, I heard.
I didn't hear a word from Rick.
Yeah.
And, I have an issue in the fact that they have this ginormous arc of a stove down there that is like singeing all of our countertops, and nobody bothered to even think that was an issue. And so I'm down there, I'm like, so it's one of two things. You're keeping that, we're putting granite countertops in that place so they're not going to catch fire, or that range is going, you're going to put a regular household one in there. I can't get an answer out of the fire department which they're going to do, but it's got to be one of the two. I'm not going to allow that to continue. I won't allow them to do another breakfast with that thing the way it is. It's a fire hazard. Our insurance company is going to walk in there and blow an absolute holy gasket.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The only sanding that I found was really icy was the parking lot where the firemen park themselves when they go to the meetings.
This year was the
Which is
ice at
not-
the beginning of the year was a tough
And
year.
Where they park is not where the snowmobiles go.
That's
So
right.
You cannot blame the snowmobiles for it.
Yeah.
That problem is completely irrelevant to that.
I was talking about the ice issue.
Well, that's gonna be another thing coming this fall anyways, because that's a yearly contract with them to go through that parking lot, correct? Okay. So we don't really have to worry about that until Rick does come to see you about that.
He does. I mean,
Yeah, that's the only way is.
operation of that kind of stuff is up to me. That is not even a select board problem.
Mhm.
And if he has a problem, please refer him to give me a call. He has my number. He knows how to get a hold of me. But if he's just going to just complain around town, that gets nothing. That does nothing for getting anything accomplished. I think you could talk to anybody in town. If you bring an issue to me, I'll make sure it gets fixed. His other firefighters brought up to me by the ants. I spent my Sunday down there putting the ant traps out and treating the outside of the building because we got an estimate from our exterminator, $750 to put 8 bait stations out in the fire station. I'm like, we can do that ourselves. We don't need to spend that kind of money. So,
And we thank you for doing that. That's good.
I don't like when people just want to complain around town and don't, if you've got a problem, call me. Otherwise, there is no problem.
And I mean, that's my other thing is if you've got a problem, like don't send someone else, like make the time. If it's enough of a problem for you to complain, come.
Yep.
Write a letter.
Well, beyond just write a letter, I want to see your face. Like anybody can sit behind a keyboard and write a letter.
Well, he does.
Come in person.
He does.
Your phone number.
You know, he can call me. He can email me. He can text me. He's got them all.
Got it. Works for me.
Yeah, I mean,
That's the way it's.
it doesn't work otherwise.
That's the way it's gonna just have to be. Bill, you satisfied with anything more to say about that? Are you all good?
I'm all set.
Any other business? All set, everybody? All right.
It's an easy, well, it's not an easy week, but things are moving along. There's nothing's
All right.
not causing us any pain.
Did we cover anybody else got anything more to say this evening?
I'll give one update for recreation. Be on the lookout. We are going to have some runs going on. Right.
What?
Runs.
Okay.
Some more runs. We've got the horsepower hustle that's going to be coming up. And then we're working with Green Mountain Hiking Club for a hiking day in June. And we're working on a bunch of other summer programming, including a couple of days of kids programming and other exciting things. So keep an eye out for the advertising. Some of them we're going to keep quiet what they are because people will be excited, but we're rocking and rolling and getting ready for September, October, believe it or not already.
And I will say 4th of July, we've actually booked our final act. So we actually have Jamie Lee Thurston is going to be performing on Friday night. Saturday night is Rock On and Sunday is Beautiful Wreck. So we have 3 nights concerts.
And is it
State.
this weekend there at the Legion? Is it this weekend?
Yes.
Yeah, for the
Saturday,
fundraiser?
we have so that the two members from Beautiful Wreck are doing a benefit concert to help raise funds for the 4th of July weekend events. So
That's good.
come on out and have fun.
There we go.
And the fire permit, I've got it pretty well. I'm just gonna put it together. I've got all I changed is Article 3 on it, and I'm gonna finish that up and put it
Did Rick
into
tell you what he wanted in there?
Huh?
Did Rick tell you what he wanted in there?
somewhat, yeah.
Okay, because he did talk to me about that one day, and I said, well, send me what you want. We'll put the language in that you'd like to see, but if he doesn't give it to us, we can't put it in.
Yeah, him and I and Walt had a meeting one night and we discussed, and then I talked with him a couple times since. And before I present it to you both, I'm gonna give it to him and let him read it over and let him approve it.
I mean, he's the one who has to enforce it.
I do want to see more than 24 hours notice if possible, so that I have time to read that. Like I need 3 or 4 days to look through something that's going to be a big thing.
Well, what I'll do is I'll bring it to you. We'll give it to you at a meeting and we'll bring it up at a different following meeting.
Electronic copies, if possible, are really good for me.
Electronic copy.
Oh, man,
Okay.
you got your printer fixed.
Yeah. Hey, print now too.
Yeah, print does mean nothing. I can't edit and make.
I know.
Sorry.
I just.
We'll see what I can do about it because I'm not computer savvy.
Perfect. Is anybody
Hold on
got?
for a second.
When you're ready or whatever, if you bring it up here, I can scan it in and mail it to everybody.
Okay.
Okay? Send
I'm trying to learn to do that.
Yeah,
So.
or send somebody up with it.
Bring it up with my lemon cookies.
Anybody else got anything else? Tracy, you're all set.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
There you go. I didn't even have to entertain it. Thank you very
I'll
much.
second it.
Motion's been made and second to adjourn. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Time to
Bill?
get.
Motion made.
Now I can go work on more posters. Have a great